Hello everyone, myself Miss Swati. Today we are going to see about analog circuit, that is a unit containing linear application of op-amp. What are the linear application of op-amp? Just we are going to see. This is a first integrated circuit. Integrated circuit means what? Integration. That means number of components are connected together and placed together for the purpose of integration. This is a small picture related to that integration. Then next is a modern op-amp IC. That IC, it is a small package related to that modern integration circuit. This is a modern op-amp package. Then general description about that. 24 transistors are integrated together, few resistors are connected, and only one capacitor is connected for the formation of op-amp IC. Two power supplies are given to that particular IC. Then short circuit protection is also connected with this op-amp application. There are two types of application of op-amp. First one is a linear application and another is a non-linear application. Linear application, and there are many applications are involved in the type. Here we are taking some application of both the types. Some linear applications are inverting amplifier, non-inverting amplifier, unity gain buffer, V to I converter, I to V converter, instrumentation amplifier, integrator and differentiator. These are some linear application of the op-amp. That means inverting amplifier name itself indicate that it will be introduces that inverted output. Whatever the input is given to that circuit, it will be introduces inverted output. That means totally 180 degree out of phase output is introduced by this circuit. Then non-inverting amplifier, then that means for this type of a amplifier circuit, what happened? Whatever the input is applied to the input terminal of the op-amp, it will be gives amplified output. Then unity gain buffer amplifier. What is the function of that unity gain buffer amplifier? Unity gain buffer amplifier will be introduces unity output. Then voltage to current converter. That means this type of amplifier is used to convert that voltage in terms of current. And fifth is I to V converter. It is used to current to voltage converter. That means conversion of current into voltage. Then instrumentation amplifier, and then next is a integrator. Integrator is used for the integration purpose, which is used like or similarly in a maths application. Then 8th number is a differentiator. Along with this, what are there are some physical limitations related to that op-amp. What are the physical limitations while connecting the op-amp or designing that operational amplifier integrated circuit? Just see out of this. First one is a voltage supply limit or saturation stage will be occur in that op-amp. What is that? Vs is the source voltage should be less than output voltage should be less than that positive saturation, which limits the maximum output voltage, or a given gain limits the maximum input voltage. If an amplifier is saturated, one can recover the linear RMG by reducing the input amplitude. That means the saturation voltage always should be less than positive saturation voltage. It is indicated by that voltage supply limit or saturation circuit. Along with this, second physical limit of the op-amp amplifiers contains second one is a frequency response limit. What are the frequency response limit? A practical amplifier has a finite bandwidth. A practical amplifier has a finite bandwidth for an op-amp circuits with a negative feedback. One can trade gain with a bandwidth. That bandwidth is a note that the gain is expressed above is not in a dB, rather it is in the value of V out divided by Vin. That means frequency response curve will be shows whatever the output generated by that current circuit is a output voltage divided by input voltage. That means that gain is cannot be converted in terms of dB. It is used as it is. And what is that equation? A0 omega 0 is equal to A omega, or A0 F0 is equal to AF is equal to Fu. That means here omega is a angular frequency, A is related to gain, and that is output gain is equal to input gain. Then third limitation related to op-amp is a physical limitation. Third one is a maximum output current limit. What that maximum output current limit says is that a voltage amplifier model op-amp also includes a controlled voltage source in its output circuit. This means that for a given input signal, its controlled source will have a fixed voltage independent of the current drawn from it. If we attach a load to a circuit and starts reducing the load resistance, the output voltage remains a constant and a load current will be increases. That means load current it will be goes on increasing stage. Then following this model, one could reduce the load resistance to a very small value and draw a very large current for amplifier. Then along with this, op-amp comparator plays a very important role for the linear application of the op-amp. That means here is a symbol related to op-amp. What are the inputs supplied to here for the op-amp is a V reference and V in. That means whatever the input voltage is applied here for the op-amp, that input voltage is compared with that reference voltage, and the output voltage can be used the comparison in between V reference and V in, and A later is used to gain of a very high circuit. Then what it gives, the output voltage is equal to gain into differential voltage, you know very well. Then what is the differential voltage? That differential voltage, that means the difference in between input applied to two terminals of the op-amp. Then here we applied input for the two terminals of the op-amp is a V in and V reference, but for the differentiation, the non-inverting input minus inverting output we are always taking. For that purpose, here A into what is the value V in minus V reference is taken. Then what are the possible outcomes related to V in and V reference for the comparison purpose is either V in is greater than V reference or either V reference is greater than V in. There might be only one thing is happened here. Just see first condition. If V in is greater than V reference and V out is equal to plus infinity, but practically it's negative or a positive power supply is equal to VCC. If V in is less than V reference, V out is equal to minus infinity, but practically its negative power supply is equal to minus VEE. That means negative power supply, whatever we are going to apply, that is considered as a minus VEE, and a positive power supply considering for that is considered as a plus VCC. Then along with, compare the voltage of a one input with the voltage with the other input. There are two types, that is a inverting comparator when the reference voltage applying to the inverting terminal, and non-inverting comparator when the reference voltage is applied to inverting terminal. That means here we are giving that V reference to the negative terminal of the op-amp. For that purpose, this type of a comparator, here we have used that type of a comparator is called as a inverting comparator. And if suppose that V reference is we are going to connecting into positive terminal of the op-amp, then that type of a comparator figure is called as a non-inverting comparator. Then op-amp voltage follower. That op-amp voltage follower is also called as a unity gain amplifier, because it will be introduces whatever the input applied to this circuit, it will be introduces output as it is. Here V1 voltage is applied to positive terminal of the op-amp, V0 is equal to 0. Then about that, plus voltage is equal to V in by virtual ground minus V is equal to positive voltage. That means whatever the negative voltage is applied to this circuit, it is equal to the positive voltage. Thus output voltage is equal to minus V references plus V saturations V in. The unity gain buffer or the follower amplifier is given here. Then it is a equivalent circuit model. Then op-amp, the inverting configuration. This is the inverting configuration of the op-amp, that is the V1 is applied to this circuit and it will be introduces the output voltage. Just see here, for inverting configuration, for the negative terminal of the op-amp, that input voltage is applied here and positive terminal is connected towards that ground. Then what about this? The negative closed loop configuration and the virtual ground configuration is related to inverting terminal of the op-amp. Then what happened here? We are going to dividing into 6 steps related to this inverting configuration of the op-amp. First of all, what happened? According to the virtual ground concept, whatever the input voltage V1 is applied to node 1, that voltage V1 is equal to 0. Then it will be passes through the op-amp and it will be introduces that V1 is equal to 0. This is the second step. For that purpose, whatever the current passed through the R1 resistance, that current related to that R1 resistor is I1 is equal to V1 divided by R1. This is the current we are getting from that R1. Then what is the fourth step related to this? That fourth step will be introduces that for inverting terminal of the op-amp, 0 input resistance is a flow from that circuit. Then what is the fifth step involves? That fifth step involves that I2 current is equal to I1 current. That means whatever the incoming current is equal to outgoing current. This follows the Kirchhoff's current law. What says? Current is equal to voltage divided by resistance. Then what is the current introduced in that I1 across or I2? It is a V1 divided by R1. Then R2 here we are connected here in a feedback path. Here the negative feedback is given from the output towards the input. Then what is sixth step? Sixth step will includes us that, or sixth step or a 6 number pin. What it introduces? That sixth step is equal to output voltage step. Output voltage V0 is equal to 0 minus V1 divided by R1 into R2. What is the output voltage? Output voltage V0 is equal to minus R2 divided by R1 into V1. Then op-amp inverting amplifier. What is that op-amp inverting amplifier? Here that input voltage is connected towards the negative terminal of the op-amp. For that purpose, this type of op-amp is called as a inverting amplifier. Along with the negative feedback here also we are connected. That is a R2. R1 is connected through that input resistance. Just see here. And what is the output? First one is a positive voltage is equal to negative voltage. That means VCC is equal to VE. But VCC is in a positive direction and then V is related to negative direction. As positive saturation is equal to 0 and negative saturation is equal to 0, as no current can be entered to negative terminal as well as from Kirchhoff's first law, that is I1 is equal to I2. That means what that Kirchhoff first law says is that whatever the incoming current towards the node is equal to outgoing current from the node. Here we are going to considering, if suppose node 1 is considered, then what is the incoming current? Incoming current are I1 and outgoing currents are I2. Then what is that first step says us that I1 is equal to, this I1 current is equal to what is the voltage? What is the voltage across I1? Across I1 we get the voltage, that is a Vn minus V minus saturation divided by what is the resistance? This resistance is a R1 is equal to Vn, whatever the input voltage is applied divided by across the resistor value, that is a R1. Then what about that I2? I2 is equal to minus V saturation minus V out divided by R2 is equal to minus V out divided by R2 is equal to V out is equal to minus I2 R2 from equation 3 and 5. That means this is it from third and fourth 5 statement. What about the conclusion for the third and the fifth stage? That is a V out is equal to minus I2 R2 is equal to minus I1 R2 is equal to minus V in R2 divided by R1. Therefore, V out is equal to minus R2 divided by R1 into V in, and the gain is equal to V out divided by V in is equal to minus R2 by R1. And here R2 is connected in terms of or in the place of the feedback. For that purpose, if anyone can replace that R2 by later RF, what we call that RF as a RF is called as a feedback resistance. And once if you considered here instead of R2 as a RF, then what is the gain equation? Gain equation is equal to gain for the inverting terminal of the op-amp is given by minus RF by R1. This is a non-inverting configuration of the op-amp. Here the input voltage is applied towards the positive terminal of the op-amp. For that purpose, this termination or this configuration is called as a non-inverting configuration of the op-amp. Along with the feedback, that is a resistance R2 instead of R2, if anyone can say here as a RF. Similarly, I have told previously to you. The non-inverting configuration is also called as a series shunt negative feedback. The non-inverting configuration is again divided into 6 steps. It is a similar in comparison with that inverting terminal. Only the negative non word came into picture. What happened about that non? Just see here. First, that is a differential input voltage applied to terminal, that is a positive terminal as well as negative terminal. It will be used as a 0. Then whatever the voltage supplied towards that negative terminal of the op-amp as well as positive terminal of the op-amp, just see here as a 0. For that purpose, whatever the incoming and outgoing current here outgoing current is in a V1 divided by R1 and incoming current is equal to V1. Then what is the output related to this situation? This is a node number 4 and it will be introduces the voltage which is introducing from this circuit as a V1 divided by R1. Therefore, whatever the equation related to output voltage is equal to combination of all these incoming and outgoing voltages. Incoming voltages is equal to outgoing voltages. It is along with the Kirchhoff's current law. What that Kirchhoff current law shows us that whatever the incoming currents towards that circuit is equal to outgoing currents from that circuit. By using this statement, what is the output voltage? V0 is equal to V1 plus V1 divided by R1, R2 is equal to V1 into bracket 1 plus R2 by R1. Along with this non-inverting terminal of the op-amp, what happened that as a V1 positive saturation is equal to negative saturation as it is for the inverting amplifier. Similar thing is here we are going to use for non-inverting amplifier, as positive saturation is equal to input voltage and negative saturation is equal to input voltage, as no current can enter from negative and from Kirchhoff's first law, that is I1 is equal to I2. That means here we are again using that incoming currents is equal to outgoing currents. By using this formula, I1 is equal to V in divided by R1 and V out is equal to V in plus I2 R2. By using this equation, what that I2 says is that I2 is equal to V out minus V in divided by R2. Then sixth, about V out is equal to I1 R1 plus I2 R2 is equal to R1 plus R2 into I1 is equal to R1 plus R2 V in divided by R1. Therefore, V out is equal to 1 plus R2 by R1 into Vn. One can say here instead of R2, if suppose here RF is a replacer, then this equation becomes V out is equal to 1 plus RF by R1 into Vin. Then this is the waveform related to that non-inverting configuration. Whatever the input applied to that system, we get as it is as a output, but only change is that the output is amplified. Just see here. Then difference amplifier, name itself indicate that it will be gives the difference between two input voltages. This type is the same characteristics of the inverting and non-inverting op-amp. V0 is the output difference between the two inputs, that is a V1 and V2. These two inputs are applied to positive and negative terminal of the op-amp and it will be gives the difference between these two voltages. Then Rin in a both input must be equal and equal to RF. That means input resistance supporting to the V1 and V2 are same for both the inputs and RF. That means feedback resistor is the same for both these terminal. And whatever the output voltage is introduced by that system, just see here output voltage is equal to RF into bracket V1 minus V2 into Rin. Then along with this difference amplifier, linear amplifier, theorem of linear superposition. Superposition theorem is related to difference amplifier, that is a V11, V12. This is related to input voltage V1 and this is related to input voltage V2. What it says this, just see here. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. This is all about that superposition theorem. What the difference is that application of the superposition theorem, inverting configuration. In that inverting configuration, V01 is the input applied to that first terminal of the op-amp, and it will be gives minus R2 divided by R1 V1. And what about that V2? V2 is nothing but V02 is equal to 1 plus R2 divided by R1. This is again R4. Here is a R4 and R4 divided by R3. Just see here, this is the series connections. Sorry, this is a parallel connection of the resistance. Okay. Along with this, our system will be gives us all these things related to that op-amp, and this is related to my explanation. Okay. If any query related to this, we will clear out or sort out by using any kind of a structure. Okay, thank you.